A few days ago, I made a video about why millennials are leaving the church. And a little bit before that, I made a video about environmentalism and why Christians should be the leaders in maintaining a healthy environment. Today, I came across a review of a seminal movie made 20 years ago, a Japanese anime movie called Spirited Away. It addresses the themes of supernaturalism, environmentalism, naturalism, and humanity. An article I read in BBC said that millennials' greatest fear is the collapse of the environment due to human abuse and climate change. Putting all this together then, another reason millennials are leaving the church is because Christians are perceived as being the greatest abusers of the environment. Just this morning on Reddit, I read a question from an atheist asking, why are Christians so abusive and destructive to animals and the environment? He accuses that because of Genesis 1:28, Christians have a sense of entitlement that gives us license for ecological and animal abuse, stemming from Christian greed and stupidity, justified because it's God's plan. He asserted that Christians seem to be less inclined to express concern for the natural environment and animal welfare because we have the attitude of, we'll just let God sort it out. Shockingly, a Christian on Reddit responded, "What's wrong with being abusive and destructive?" Are you kidding me? That's not helpful, nor is it accurate. As I mentioned in my videos on March 22nd and April 5th, Genesis 1:28 gives us a scientific and environmental mandate to take care of the earth responsibly and as an act of worship to God, since the world declares His glory. I think maybe some of the problem comes from Romans 8:20-22, which, along with Revelation 21, is thought to tell us that the earth will be destroyed and a new one created, so it doesn't matter how we treat the planet. But when Romans 8 says the creation was subject to frustration, that doesn't mean we have a license to abuse it. Just as Romans says that we're forgiving from our sin, but that doesn't mean we have license to sin even more. Yes, the ground was cursed in Genesis 3, but we're still supposed to work it and take care of it. It's no license for abuse. And as far as Revelation 21:1 is concerned, Doug Moo says that what is envisaged here is not annihilation and new creation of the planet Earth, but rather radical transformation. He says the language could refer to judgment, but not destruction. The sinful form of this world will pass away rather than the world itself. Roy Ortland comments that the verse isn't telling us that God will discard nature, but instead that He will redeem it. New doesn't mean completely new, as if there's no continuity with the present earth. It means that the universe, the heaven, and the earth will be renewed and restored. Ortland says, fixing broken things and redeeming hopeless things is the way of God. Just like 2 Corinthians 5:17 says that when we come to Christ, we become new creations, it speaks of redemption in continuity, not that we are being destroyed when we come to Christ. In other words, there is everything wrong with being abusive and destructive to our planet. Our mandate is care, not disregard. I absolutely deplore that some Christians are giving the false idea that we have every right to be abusive and destructive. It is simply not a biblical attitude. So, talk to me about this. Let's discuss it.